one of my policies was I was going to look at every report done in Greater Manchester. I was going to get a panel together with people like Maggie Oliver on and some others on it. And I was going to tell them, highlight every named police officer who failed. And everyone they named we were going to sack.
Because you've been talking about this for years, you've been doing your bit, you've been prosecuting people, you've been taking your action, and you've been trying to bring it to public attention for a long time. It's now out there, it's live, it's going. What's going to happen, do you think?
We need action. I don't even want a national inquiry into this. We've had loads of inquiries. It leads to nothing. It takes 2-3 years, costs 100 million. Nothing changes, but government says, oh, we've had an inquiry. What I was going to do if I had become mayor of Greater Manchester last year, one of my policies was I was going to look at every report done in Greater Manchester. I was going to get a panel together with people like Maggie Oliver on and some others on it. And I was going to tell them, highlight every named police officer who failed. And everyone they named we were going to sack. And then I was going to allow them to take us to court for unfair dismissal, and we'll have it out in court. And if we have to pay him off because I shouldn't have sacked him, so be it. But that would have sent a message around the country that finally you will lose your job over not performing your duties when it comes to protecting children. Until we get people being sacked, nothing will change. Because what happens now is they make mistakes, lessons have learned. We've learned lessons now, it can't happen again. Let's hold an inquiry, it'll take 3 years. The people who are guilty will retire or take early pension, so they can't be touched anymore now. Records are deleted. Maggie Oliver told me there was 4 senior police officers in Greater Manchester, just under, I think they were all like assistant chief constables, had a meeting where they decided they weren't going to look into the rape cases. And it was minuted, but in the minutes didn't say whose idea it was not to look into it. So all 4 of them were spoken to at one of the inquiries, and all 4 of them says, I don't remember whose idea it was. Now what I would do, I'd sack all 4 of them.
Yeah, correct.
I'd sack all 4 of them.
They're complicit, aren't they? Regardless, yeah.
And let's say they took us all to court and they won their court cases, we've got to give them $500,000, $1 million each. So be it.
Well, you just don't give them $500,000. You just say, you can see in this court again, I'm not paying you.
Yeah, eventually it would do that. But the point is, even if it costs us money, it would have sent a signal around the country that we're not accepting this anymore. There's no more excuse. We're not accepting, I don't know who said it at the minute. I'm not accepting, I was scared of being called racist. I'm not accepting that my boss told me to ignore gang rape. We're not accepting any of it. You will lose your job. And if we could, I'm not saying we could prosecute me, but I'd prosecute me if we could. But I'm not sure we'd have enough evidence to prosecute. But the least I could have done as mayor would have forced the chief constable to sack him. And if he said no, I was going to sack him, and I would then get a new chief constable who'd be willing to sack him. That was one of my priorities if I'd have become mayor last year, because I'm sick of reports. I'm sick of lessons will be learned.